Now, I started when I was about 12 years old, and it took me over a decade to truly understand something. I was good at making images, I was good at doing my job, but it took me years and years and years to understand something fundamental that we hate to admit, and it is that photographers are fundamentally terrified of light. Now, how can this be? I thought to myself, light is our paint. It is the chisel in our hands. It is the clay that we mold with. Light is everything about how we make the image. How can we possibly be terrified of it? And so then you have the people that are experienced with light, and we're comfortable with one type of light, but we might not be comfortable with another type of light. We're wonderful with a strobe, but we're terrified of a reflector. Or we're great outdoors, but we're not sure what to do in the studio. One way or the other, almost every photographer somewhere is fundamentally terrified of the very medium in which we create. Because without light, we have nothing. So then I started thinking about this, and as I started to study, I started back in the film days, and then digital came around, and I grew up as sort of a digital kid, and then I started coming back to the roots. I started working with large format film. I started studying the masters and started studying Ansel and other greats that understood light at a fundamental level and knew how to convey that space and position and line and tone all together in one to create a masterpiece. And I realized that once you understand light, you never fear it again. What we're going to do today is walk out of here and fundamentally understand light. We're not going to look at some simple formula that we can just throw out there and do it this way and it will probably work, or trust the camera to do it for you, or any of that sort of thing. In the digital age today, we're plagued by this even more because our machines are so amazing and they will do so much that even masters and craftsmen sometimes come to rely on this too much and forget to slow down and think about what it is that we are trying to produce, that we're visualizing in the mind's eye. So let's take this in sort of a 1, 2, 3 succession. Let's look at number one. We have the light source. Be it the sun, be it light reflecting through a cloud, through a light over here, or off a reflector. The light source is throwing light everywhere all around us. Now, number 2 then is how we see and perceive and understand what it is that we're looking at. And this is key because we see in the 3-dimensional world filled with color and sound and emotions and all of these things that we have to convey into the 2-dimensional world. And think about this. You're standing on the lighthouse with your wife and it's romantic and lovely and the waves are rolling in and the sun is setting and the temperature is perfect and there is a mood. You not only see it visually, your eyes and your brain interpret that in such a way that is connected to your emotions and what you feel. Now you go to the 3rd step, and it's the instrument, and it's the way that we use the instrument to capture. The camera is simply a tool. The camera does not make our images for us. We have to do that if we really want to be able to convey what is in number 2, that emotion. See, the challenge we face is that we're taking the 3-dimensional world and we're bringing it into a flat 2-dimensional plane that can't speak or smell. It just has that beautiful visual, and we have to be able to convey that using what? Our paint, which is the light. We're looking at light the wrong way. We're looking at light from this way we've been taught, that is dials and numbers and formulas and technology. Things that are absolutely relevant and that we will talk about a bit today. But there's more. It's not that we're making bad images or that we're amateurs, but there's a foundation that we can take. And that's what we're going to take away today. We're going to walk out of here with a foundation, an understanding of light that is light itself, that is flow and texture and tone, combining that with space and position and line. That's what we're going to do today. I'm Seim.